All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live album reaction of TNT by Tortoise. Um, if you are watching this after the fact and you're watching on the old live stream VOD, check in the description. There should be a link to a version of this stream that has the music included. When I live stream these music reactions, I don't play the music on the stream for copyright reasons. I don't want the stream taken down partway through. It's just a nightmare and a mess to deal with. So everyone watching live listens along on their own devices. So, like I said, if you're coming in after the fact and you're watching the old live stream VOD, check in the description for a link to a version of this that has the music included, either on YouTube or Vimeo. So, doing TNT by Tortoise here. I did a poll about which one of these I should do, and TNT won by only a little bit. It was kind of like 60-40 a little bit. So this one, people said TNT was like a little too, not complicated, but maybe dense or just kind of like not as accessible. I don't know. These genres are nuts over here. Jazz, minimalism, krautrock, lounge, ambient. It's like, is this going to be like a Stereo Lab kind of thing? I don't know. But this is also very much in a similar vein. Tortoise, obviously, featuring the likes of David Payo. How do you say his last name? I actually don't know. From the legendary, where are you, Slint? Right there. Anyway, so we're going to do this today. It's about an hour long. So we're going to go ahead and get started here in a little bit. But we're just going to vibe out to some interesting jazz stuff. John McIntyre. Do I know other things? Oh, are you a member of the Sea and Cake? You are. You're the drummer. Interesting. I've reacted to a couple Sea and Cake things. Sporting Life, great track. Cool. I just want to kind of get like acquainted with what this is all about. Oh, John McIntyre of Stereo Lab. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Where did you come in at? Where are you? Are you here? Or were you only on like a couple things? Am I just not seeing him? I've had problems seeing people's names in these lists before. I don't know. John McIntyre. There we go. Interesting. Okay, so it was basically just for Emperor Tomato Ketchup. Shows up on some Yola Tango. Part of Dotson Loops as well. Oh, and then Ryder. So maybe TNT is going to be a lot like Stereo Lab. Fascinating. And also on Cobra and Phases. Just kind of was a part of Stereo Lab from Ketchup onward, huh? Cool. Well, I guess you learn something new every day. Was he technically like a big member of the band, or was he just like a producer? Drums, synthesizer. Okay, so cool. Interesting. The more you know, huh? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. The way that this is going to work is... Oh no, I haven't done it. Hold on. I have to... Why is this all screwed up? What is going on here? Album art. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I need to grab my... I didn't set up this window yet, so bear with me, please. YouTube chat. Okay, there's that. Why is my Spotify bar all screwed up, though? There it is. Weird. Okay, because I had it set to this. Like that. Okay. That's looking better. All right, cool. And then we go right there. Lovely. All right, so the way that this is going to work, everybody, is I have the link to the album on Spotify in the description down below. Go ahead and open that up. Go to the first track, TNT, and zero out the playhead there. You can also listen on whatever you want. YouTube, your own personal collection. I don't care. And we're going to do 3, 2, 1 play. On play, we hit play, and we listen to it front to back. like I said, if you're coming in after the fact, there should be a link down in the description for a version of this with the music included. So I'll give everyone a chance to get all readied up, and we're going to go ahead and get started here very soon. Anyone else here? Anyone else hanging out? Got about 4 viewers, looks like. If you're here, say so. You coward. Cowards. My friends come into my stream, and they don't even say hi. They just watch my face. Unbelievable. I can't blame them, though. My face is just fantastic. First time listening? Awesome. Same here, man. I'm going to lower my bitrate slightly because I think I'm just kind of choking this out a little bit. Lower that. All right. Well, if everyone is ready, let me know if you're all ready, and we're going to go ahead and get started here in a moment. I'm going to try to rate these tracks as I go. I always forget to do that. Okay. Go to Spotify. All right. So, like I said, 3, 2, 1, play. When I say play is when we play. Okay? If you ever get lost, you can always refer to the bottom of the screen for where we are in the album. So, without further ado, 3, 2, 1, play. 3, 2, 1, play. They had 2 drummers, both named John. And good to see you. I'm digging this so far. Got that nice, like, math rock Midwest emo guitar over the top of jazzy drums. It's good. Turn it up a little bit. This is legit. I'm way more into something like this than, like, Duster. Love the texture. Really nice phrasing. How's everybody in chat doing? Y'all doing well? Ready to vibe? This song needs to explode at some point, doesn't it? Only natural. I see all of the genres like coming through though. Like definitely has post rock in there. Got the jazzy drums. Um there are krautrock elements as well. I would say slightly like the jazzy krautrock drums. And then you have some of that lounge stuff coming through from John McIntyre as well. That definitely was happening with dots and loops. That's cool. What an interesting collection of people to make music too. It's gonna vibe out for an hour. There's a track on this album called "In Sarah, Mencken, Christ, and Beethoven There Were Men and Women. Women and Men, sorry. A simple way to go faster than light that does not work. Ba-do-doo. Yeah, sounds great. Christmas Village on acid. All right. Next track. Swung from the gutters. Taking influence from their remix material of the 1990s. The band recorded the album using hard disk technology in a forward then back approach, with members individually adding parts to tracks at different stages until the tracks were completed. As with previous albums, the band members also shared instrumental roles. So this was technically produced by John McIntyre as well. Definitely follows in similar footsteps that Can walked, but it's not like the same path. I could see some people not being into this, though. I just need myself. Good to see you. Weren't you something wretched before? You changed your name? I like the composition. Everything is coming together really nicely. Bring me coffee or tea. I'm curious what the sound of Millions Now Living Will Never Die is like compared to this. Wish you had some black lights. Little no wavy right now. The the krautrock jazz drums are really holding everything together nicely. I feel like this is something my nephew may enjoy. I have a couple nephews who really dig Stratosphere. One of them even has Stratosphere socks, which I'm like, dude, you become more of a music nerd than I have. And only like 5 years ago, he was like just straight Imagine Dragons was all he listened to. Okay. That was cool. I like that. 10-day interval. Johan Johansson. Isn't that the one who did the Villeneuve movies and he passed away? Yeah. 48. That's sad. Prisoners, Sicario, and Arrival. Prisoners is so good. Prisoners might be a top 10 movie for me. Like, I always recommend it to anyone who enjoys compelling dramas that are intense. Same with Straw Dogs. Oh, great stuff. Nice variety on this album, too. I kind of like that it's everyone just throwing in like random ideas onto pre-existing things. He said most of it was overdubbing. They like didn't perform together at all. They just all added pieces to these songs. Straw Dogs is so good. I I've been wanting to go through more Dustin Hoffman stuff. Little Big Man, Street Time. It's another one. Lenny. Lenny. What's everybody's favorite movie or top 3? Tell me and I will judge your personality accordingly. If you say Barbie, Oppenheimer, and then like Magic Mike, you're gonna throw me for a loop. I like the guitar presence on some of these tracks too. They really complement the other instrumentation. Tree of Life, really. Jacob's Ladder is really cool. Interesting choices, guys. That Tree of Life is Malik, right? Which I don't think I've seen a single Malik movie. Jacob's Ladder is one of those like 90s gems that just like did really cool stuff, but like it never really made its own splash. David Fincher's The Game is kind of like that too, where it's like it's a really fun and interesting, but not necessarily like one of the best, but like it just kind of got forgotten. I saw it once years ago. I remember really enjoying it. Um, Thinking maybe I'd watch it one more time in my life. I kind of want to go through it again because I feel like I missed some of the broader strokes. Oh yeah, totally. Love psychological stuff. Dum, 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 dum. What is this album? This is like spaghetti western. You guys listen to any ambient Americana? It is weird. Recently listened to Last American Hero by James Ferraro. Which was cool and also incredibly annoying, but that was kind of the point. Um, tried listening to Country Tropics by Old Saw recently. Only got a little ways in, but I was liking what I was hearing. And then there's another one that I listened to the whole album of, Ghost Box by Sus. Is also really nice. Ever since I listened to F sharp A sharp Infinity, I've had the ambient Americana itch. I'm really digging this album. I don't know if it'd be a favorite, but this is a solid set of songs. Freaking John McIntyre always showing up with his vibraphones. Who the hell do you think you are? Yeah, it's all over the place. Everywhere. And not in a bad way either. Yeah, they're not. The flow is really solid. Instruments just like popping in and out everywhere. The hell? Were we Fishmans? What is this? We Sweet Trip? Hmm. One of These Days by Pink Floyd. This album is chill as hell, man. I'm not as into this one as the previous tracks, but I still like the vibe. I'm not really into like the warbly, squashy, washy sounds that like some Stereolab tracks have, and this has it on one of the instruments. I don't know, it's just like audibly annoying to me, so it's more of a nitpick. Yeah, and for it all being like overdubbed, it's all pretty tight. I should listen to Tago Mago again. And now the one I'm most excited for. A simple way to go faster than light that does not work. This chord right here It's so tense. Do do do. I guess in some ways this album isn't necessarily cohesive. Um because like it has a tonal consistency, but like I don't know, there's hills and valleys like constantly, even within songs. So it's a as a full album listen, I could see this being a bit overwhelming. Like we're only 6 out of 12 songs in and I'm already a little like I've been everywhere, man. I feel like this album could use like a handful of much more straightforward, poppy or melodic kind of songs in the midst of these more jazzier post rock things. I feel like that could give it some nice brevity. But what do I know? This one was also okay. I enjoyed it. This takes like the best elements of lounge from Stereolab and puts it with more interesting music. Oh man. I'm sorry, Stereolab, but oh man. Pretty sure I talked about that in my retrospective streams. I think, did I? Hmm. Oh gosh. Hmm. This feels like something that would have been on Cobra and Phases. I'm not upset. It's corny as hell, but I like it. The corny marimba, my gosh. It shouldn't work this well. Can I just say, I love stuff that's in like a krautrock or post rock or minimal vein that's very, or drone slowcore that's very repetitive, that will then have a phrasing break in the composition and it will go somewhere different. And like Banshee Beat by Animal Collective is a good example of that. It starts out on this like drony chord for like 2 or 3 minutes or something like that, and then it changes partway through the song, and it's like such a cathartic moment. And I always like when it's like a big build up of repetition or of being stuck in a groove for a long time, and then there's that release. It's good stuff. Got 5 people in chat now, 6 people. How y'all doing? Thanks for dropping in. I like this one way more than I thought I would. Steve Reich called. And here we can see him stalking his prey. From around the corner, comes the very intimidating hammerhead shark. uh, uh, Regardless of how much I like this thing as a whole, I'm having a great time. Like, this is such an entertaining listen for this kind of these genres, you know, which are very repetitive. It's all over the place. It does so many different things, and it does them all well. I prefer 10-day interval, but they're both cool. Why hasn't there been any singing yet? Why is no one singing? This is the neo-noir sci-fi Japanese anime scene. Deep in the back streets of Tokyo, 1978. Chief Inspector Chihiro is seeking justice for his dead partner, who was killed by some crazy machine that he still doesn't understand. Who was working on it? Anyway. All right. Best title? Oh no. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I could move this over more. It still doesn't match up. No, it does. A few drinks. This has more of a down tempo vibe to it. Wouldn't you guys agree? Maybe a bit of house. Not my favorite, but still good. Who is Mencken? Mencken. H.L. Mencken, of course. What am I thinking? Journalist, essayist, satirist, and cultural critic. Do you think vocals would hurt or help this record? I don't know, because, like, honestly, my least favorite part about Mezzanine are the vocals. So when it comes to, like, trip hop and down tempo and house, I sometimes think vocals get in the way because they don't work. They're a little cringy, they clash. My favorite tracks off of Mezzanine were the more instrumental ones. I could see vocals being okay on some of these, but not every song. So I would just say ditch them altogether. Eaton Mess. Hello. Good to see you. A whole punk band is in my chat. You probably don't like this type of music. Wow. By the Doors? It's a you're a dessert. You're a dessert. Look at this. You're an Adam Ragusia video. You look delicious. What are you? Strawberries? Oh my gosh. There you are. Eaton Mess. Everyone go check out Eaton Mess. If I'm saying it right. I hope your music is as delicious as you are as a dessert, possibly. I don't know. I've never had you. Much like this band sounds nothing like a tortoise, I bet you sound nothing like a dessert. And I mean that in the best way possible. Boom, boom, boom. Guys, we're doing the next Chameleons album on Wednesday. You excited for that? While I listen to the last little bit of this, I'm gonna go on Amazon and I'm gonna order bacon bits, okay? Music to order bacon bits too. Hold on. Okay, so let's go to my previous orders. We have it here, McCormick. Culinary bacon flavored bits, 13 ounces. Hope you enjoy the music. Thanks for the shout out. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping in. And I'll get the 13 ounce. I'll get 2 of them. Okay. You know what? We can be okay with just 1 for now. The hell am I doing? You guys are watching me order bacon bits. What does the internet come to? I don't know, but I feel powerful and I enjoy your friendship and companionship. So thanks for being here. Okay, that one was cool. Kind of like 4-day interval or the equator. No, the equator is what I'm thinking of. Not fully my vibe as much as some of these other ones, but all right. I am ordering the bacon bits. They have been ordered. You know, it's a brave man that first ate an oyster, so they're sneaking drill and bass in here, aren't they? Not gonna lie, gonna be my least favorite song on the album, probably, but it's no Idiotech, let's put it that way. I don't like IDM a whole lot. So far from, not so far, but it's like, I don't know, it's just too rigid, too cold. It's so lively while being dead at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't like that contrast. They're just doing it all. It's well produced though. I'll give them that. Oh my gosh. They just wanted to be Aphex Twin for like one song. Oh, it's still going. It seems in the back half they're giving a little bit more attention to keeping flow of genre better. I could see that. I need to go back to John Mouse and finish up his discography. I listened to Songs, um, which has a lot of mediocre to bad tracks on it. Some of them are really fun though. And the last track, the closing track, I think is stupendous. Believer and Hey Moon are so good. Hey Moon is probably in my top 10 songs of all time. Yeah, this is also going to be my least favorite one. It just sounds like Sweet Trip. This is what Sweet Trip sounds like. I mean, not to say that this didn't happen first, but I don't vibe with this sound a whole lot. I appreciate it immensely. Let's put it that way. But like the bouncy little IDM percussion with the ambient, like I don't know. It's kind of why I didn't love Selected Ambient Works either. It was like too much of a tonal clash for me. Where can I see your album requests? Are you talking about the ones that I will be doing in the future? Because I have that listed in the description. I have albums I'll be reacting to as a Google Doc, and then frequently requested albums that I've already heard on my own. People don't request albums unless I'm doing a poll. Every other poll is chosen by my Discord people. Aside from that, I do all the picking and scheduling and deciding which things to listen to. Although I have toyed with, I'm going to be moving from Patreon to Coffee, which is like a Patreon equivalent, but it's better. And on there, you can do like a store function, and I could sell like album reactions. And honestly, probably sell them for like $200. Like someone spend $200 and I will react to an album for you. And compared to other reactors pricing on YouTube, that's actually kind of a steal, even though it still feels like highway robbery to me. But I've thought about that, doing like commissioned album reactions, but I don't know. We will see. Um, I mean, I don't really take requests just because I don't have time to. Um, like this isn't my job, so it's a hobby. It's like I already have so many things to react to. I did take song reaction requests for a couple years, but I've had to slow down on that too. Have you looked through my playlists? Because I have an album reaction and a song reaction playlist. And there might be stuff in there that you like that I've reacted to and you just don't know yet. I'll sometimes get like a wave of comments like overnight. Like I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up and someone had watched like four of my reactions, like four of my cure reactions or something, and like commented on each one. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks for going through all my videos. At this point, I have a pretty solid backlog of backlog catalog of content, which is nice. What's the album? If I ever get up the album reaction shop in the thing, then It might be a possibility. I want this song to end. I'm not enjoying it. Echelons or December by Four Against. I have heard of that. Four Against. Oh, yeah. Echelons is 87, December is 88. Huh. I'm slightly familiar with this. I've come across this before, like once. Tell you what I'll do for now. Oh, it's over. Thank you. You weren't bad, you just weren't to my taste. Everglade. Last one. So on my reaction schedule at the very bottom, I have a miscellaneous albums, possible artist binges, and poll albums. So I will go ahead and add this so I don't forget it. Echelons. And then December. And then maybe I'll throw that in a poll or something at some point. This is already way more in my wheelhouse. I don't know why they did the IDM thing at the end. Like, cut the last two tracks and the album is way more consistent. A Nebraska band that took inspiration from UK bands. I'm always willing to round out my dream pop, jangle pop, post punk repertoire, so I'm open to listening to those at some point. Math guitar. I like this. Oh, sorry, Will. I should be getting the version of this with the music up in like an hour or two, hopefully. So should be able to still watch it today. This has been a fascinating album, though, and I'm about to talk about the whole thing. And that's it. That is all. Oh boy. Overall, I think this album is pretty solid, manages to maintain a warm feeling all throughout. I pretty much agree with you. Here are my ratings for every song that we listen to. Honestly, I think they maybe should have cut these because they're the only like drill and bass IDM-esque kind of songs on the album, and they're just kind of right at the end, and then Everglade happens, which is just like the rest of everything that came before. So like, I don't know why these are here. It was a little odd. Not bad though, but they definitely just kind of stuck out a little bit. Some of these might go up to a 4.5 on another listen. Especially the first four here might go up a little bit. These ones might go up a little bit too. Yeah, I kind of lost it in the last half, although I think Everglade was really nice. Yeah, that's really cool. Really cool album. I'll probably just give that a solid 4 right there. Very curious to listen to Millions at some point, and it might be more of the same. It might not. It might be a little tighter. So, like, based on what people were saying, I could see this one maybe being a little bit more in my wheelhouse, although this was really impressive. Like, as a musician, I can respect this album more than I like it, honestly. This was really cool. The playing was tight, the production was tight, everything worked way better than it had any right to. And it was just really fascinating stuff. So I'm very glad I listened to this. Highly recommend the track Gamera. I think it was released as an EP or something. But it was also a bonus track on Millions. Oh, no kidding, huh? Thought there's an EP. 11 minutes. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely eager to dive into more Tortoise. Because that was a lot of fun. Very entertaining. Really nice soundscape work, too. All these genres mushed together in a way that worked. The flow was almost too varied in some ways, but they held it together. Yeah, came together quite nicely. So fantastic. Really glad I listened to this. All right. That is it, everybody. We're done. We're all done. We did that. Hope you all enjoyed and had a nice time. I did. That was a fun album. Things that are happening. I think tomorrow I might be streaming with Ethan. I don't know yet. Next week we're reacting to the next Chameleons album, which is What Does Anything Mean, basically, from 85. I have not heard any tracks off of that, but eager to get into that. And like I said, during January, I'm going to be moving from Patreon to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com. I already have an account on there, and it's getting all the same posts that the Patreon is getting posted to. But eventually, I'm going to post a video saying that I'm moving over technically. So I'll like more or less stop or I'll send out an email. I'll stop or pause the donations and just make sure everyone gets put over onto Ko-fi. But if I do that, I might be able to use the Ko-fi shop, which will let me do a certain amount of commissioned album reactions from people who are willing to pay money, which there is a surprising amount. And I'm not one of those people myself, but you might be, which is cool, I guess. Anyway, that's all I got, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Had a lot of fun. Until next time, fare thee well. Godspeed. Take care.